Okay, welcome. My name is Heather, and today I'm going to be sharing with you an energizing standing flow. So it's going to combine a hands-free vinyasa with some standing poses to get your energy up, work on some strengthening and stretching components without having to get down on the ground, particularly good for people who are having anything going on in hands, wrists, elbows, shoulders. I'm going to be using a mat today, and I'm going to be using some bricks. If you have bricks handy, you're welcome to use those. If you don't have bricks handy, you might find just bringing a folding chair or something handy to put your hands on if forward folding or balance are issues for you. But we're going to get started first with a warm-up, standing with your feet slightly apart. Anywhere on your mat where you've got a bit of room to move. Taking your arms down by your sides. And you can soften your gaze or even close your eyes if that's comfortable. Just take a moment to drop into the body and drop into the breath. Maybe taking some time to feel the connection between your feet and the earth. Taking some time to feel the stability of your legs, the lift of your spine. Maybe finding some softness in your neck and your chin. Taking some time to notice the inflow and outflow of breath, ideally through the nostrils, but if you're not getting enough breath through your nostrils today for any reason, you're welcome to breathe however you need to. What's most important is that you're getting good breath in and out. And then we're going to start with some breathing and moving techniques, exhaling your arms down by your sides, and on an inhale, floating your arms up just as high as you feel comfortable. And on an exhale, we're going to take the hands through the center line. You might bring the palms together wherever that's comfortable. And we'll do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And exhale through the center line. If there's any discomfort in your shoulders, often a 45-degree angle is really comfortable for shoulders, reaching out just as high as you're comfortable with today. And exhale, hands through the center line. Let's just do that a few more times. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And we'll do it like this one more time. Inhale to reach up. And exhale through the center line. Now we're going to add a bit of movement. We're going to inhale to reach the arms up. And on an exhale, take a bend in your knees. You can just get a little bit floppy and fold forward into a rag doll. And from here, we're just going to roll up. And do that again. Inhale, reach the arms up. Just nice and easy to start with. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees. And just let your body spill forward like a rag doll. Being sure to drop your head. And then straight away, we're going to roll it up. Roll the shoulders back. And again, inhale. Reach the arms up. And exhale to spill forward into a rag doll. And from here, rolling up, roll the shoulders back. Nice. Adding a new movement here, we're going to reach the arms up. And kind of like a windmill, take your left arm back and your right arm forward and just turning to your right side. Then inhale, the arms go overhead. And exhale to the other side. Nice, easy rotation. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, twisting to the right. So the right arm goes back, the left arm reaches forward. Inhale to reach up. And exhale, take it to the left. And inhale, reaching overhead. And we'll do that one more time each side. So rotating to the right, right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, reaching up. And then exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. And then inhale to reach up. And exhale, hands to the center line. The next technique is swaying palm tree. We're going to bring your right arm up. And exhale, let your left fingers reach down your thigh as you take a nice easy bend to the side. Then inhale, reach up to the top. And exhale, release. Other side, inhale, the left arm up. Exhale, sliding your right hand down when you reach the left arm over. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, release. And keep going like this. If you want to add intensity, you can clasp your hands over your head. And so we're taking some time to sway like a palm tree. And then back to center. Remember, you can use that first technique, sliding the hand down if that's more comfortable. Back to the center. We'll do that one more time each side. Inhale and exhale, swaying like a palm tree. Inhale, back to center and exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale, sway like a palm tree. Inhale. And then exhale to release. Nice. And maybe just take a few more shoulder circles. And getting ready to start flowing into a half standing vinyasa. So you can stand towards the top of your mat, either with your feet together if that's comfortable, or your feet apart if that gives you a little more stability and groundedness. I'm going to start with a few rounds of powerful pose, Utkatasana. So exhaling your arms down by your sides, we're going to take a bend in the knees, sitting your hips back. So we're making equal angles between your hips, your knees, and your ankles, and sweeping the arms up just as high as you're comfortable. On an exhale, we're just going to push back to standing. And again, inhale, powerful pose. Arms reach up as the hips sit back. Exhale, press up to standing. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. We're looking for a feeling here like we're sitting and standing at the same time. Then press all the way to the top. Adding on, we're going to inhale our powerful pose. And now we're adding a forward fold. Exhale. Take a fold forward. And here we're going to take a couple breaths as we think about bringing the belly to the thighs. Hands can come to shins, to bricks, or to the ground. Then we're going to inhale to a halfway lift, and we're going to take a few breaths here. In halfway lift position, we're looking to have long arms and a long spine. So if you find your back is really rounding here, take a good bend in your knees and or bring your hands up to bricks or to your legs for support. Then from here, we're going to exhale, add another forward fold. Make sure to really release your head here. And then powerful pose. Bend the knees, inhale, sweep the arms up, sitting back. And exhale, press up to standing. Nice, let's do it again. Inhale, powerful pose. And exhale to forward fold. Hands to shins, bricks, or the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, long arms. And exhale to forward fold. Then bend the knees. Inhale, powerful pose. And exhale, press up to standing. One more time like this. Inhale, powerful pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale to forward fold. Then bend the knees, inhale, powerful pose. And exhale, press up to standing. Nice. Now we're going to add on. We're going to inhale, powerful pose. And on an exhale, take a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift to prepare. On an exhale, we're going to pick up the left leg and step it back. A nice long step. Aiming to keep your hips relatively square to the front of the mat. Take a couple breaths here. You might widen your stance if that helps you feel a little bit more balanced. Then from here, we're going to start to reach the arms up, taking your pelvis upright. So if you imagine your pelvis like a bucket of water, we don't want to spill water forward. We want to try and bring it upright. So we're going to use our seat to push forward and then reach the arms up. Your shoulders are getting a bit tired of all this arms overhead. You might try cactus arms here. Then on your next exhale, we're going to take a forward fold. Hands down to the ground or your bricks. Inhale, step up to halfway lift. And on an exhale, we're going to take the right leg back. So nice long step, take your time. Take your breaths. Starting to think about lifting the pelvis, sinking into the lunge, reaching the arms up. So we'll take a couple of breaths here. Want to be lunging into the front leg, pushing back through the back leg, making some space through both sides of the waist. Then on an exhale, hands down. Inhale, step up to halfway lift. And exhale to forward fold. From here, bend the knees. Inhale, powerful pose. And exhale, press up to standing. Nice, adding some variation now. Inhale your powerful pose, sitting deep. And exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift to prepare. And on an exhale, we're going to step your left leg back. And inhale, reach up to this high crescent lunge. And now we're going to add a side bend. So for support, you can bring your right hand onto your hip. Now we're going to reach the left arm up and then take a side bend, just like our swaying palm tree. So reaching overhead. Take a couple breaths here. Let's remember we don't want to be spilling too much water forward out of the pelvis. So we want to use our seat to push the seat forward. Little zip of the belly. Nice. Then we're going to inhale to reach up. And on an exhale, we're going to take a forward fold. Hands back to the bricks or the ground. Inhale, step up to halfway lift. And on an exhale, take your right leg back. So finding your grounding, reaching up to that high crescent lunge. And then you can bring your left hand to your hip, reach your right arm up overhead, and then start to take that side bend. Nice. You just want to watch that your hip isn't rising up to your ribs. So keep your hips level. And then we're just folding into the side waist. Taking 2 more breaths here. Nice lunge in the front leg, pushing back through the back heel. Then inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands down to bricks or the ground. Inhale, step up to halfway lift. And exhale to forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale, powerful pose. And exhale, press up to standing. Again, adding on a little more variation. Inhale, powerful pose. And exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And on exhale, take your left leg back. And rising up to this high crescent lunge. Now a couple of options. Palms to the heart. We're going to take a twist to look towards your back heel. Inhale back to center. If you want to add intensity, elbows out to the sides. Take a twist. And inhale back to the center. If you want to add a bit more intensity, extend your arms and take a twist. And then inhale back to the center. We're going to do all of that to the other side. Palms to the heart, twist away from your back leg. Inhale, center. Elbows out, take a twist. Inhale, center. Extend the arms, take a twist. And inhale, center. That's a long time in a lunge. So let's exhale, forward fold. And inhale to halfway lift. Taking that to the other side. Step your right leg back. Grounding your feet. Palms to the heart to start. So now we're turning towards your back leg. Take a twist. And return to center. Elbows out, take a twist. And center. Extend the arms, take a twist. And center. To the other side. So away from your back leg, palms to the heart. And center. Elbows out. And center. Nice, extend your arms. Twist. And center. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, step up to halfway lift. And exhale, take a forward fold and just take a couple breaths here. You might like to walk out your knees. If you're finding some tension in your neck and shoulders, you might rock your chin a few times. And then getting ready to come out of this vinyasa, bend the knees, inhale, powerful pose. And exhale, press up to standing. Nice. Adding another flow, exhale the arms down by the sides. Bend the knees, inhale, powerful pose. And exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Now we're gonna step back, nice long step, and pivot the back heel in. So we're anchoring the back heel to the ground, looking for pretty much a heel to instep alignment. Then we're gonna take a big spiral up, left arm up, right arm up, moving into warrior two. You might need to lengthen this stance a bit. We're looking to take a nice deep bend into your right knee, nice long line through the back leg, arms out to the sides, gazing beyond your right hand fingertips. And take a few breaths here. Think ear over shoulder, shoulder over ribs, ribs over hips. And then adding on side angle, right palm up, forearm to thigh, and sweep the top arm overhead. So now we're making a nice long line, back foot all the way up through the top hand fingertips. And where does your gaze go? Start to peek up to the ceiling. Just taking a few breaths. On your next exhale, gaze down. On an inhale, we're going to spiral to the top. And then on an exhale, we're going to spiral the hands down, pick up the back heel. Inhale, step up to halfway lift. And exhale to your second side. So big step back with your right foot. Pivot your back heel in. So again, we're looking for like a heel to instep alignment. And then a big spiral up. You might need to lengthen your stance here. And we want to think about keeping a hip, knee, second toe alignment. So watch your knee isn't drifting to the inside. And taking a few breaths, think about having a big hip crease in your front hip and another little hip crease in the back hip. If you don't have that crease, you want to center your pelvis under your shoulders. Then left palm up. We're going to move deeper into that front hip crease. Open up the line on the back hip, so no more crease. And sweep the top arm overhead. Nice, and take a few breaths here. And watch that that bent knee doesn't start to drift into the middle. We want to keep that hip, knee, second toe alignment. Nice. One more breath in side angle. And on an exhale, we're going to look down. And then inhale, spiral to the top. And then exhale, hands down to the ground. Step back to your halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Take a couple of breaths here. Maybe walking out your knees. Maybe rocking the chin if there's any tension in your neck or shoulders. And then ready to come out of this vinyasa, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, inhale, powerful pose. And exhale, press up to standing. One more version here. We're gonna bend the knees, inhale, powerful pose. And exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift to prepare. On an exhale, step the left leg back. Now we're gonna stay down here and add a rotation. So you can be bringing your left hand to the ground, to a brick, to a folding chair, even the back of the sofa. Now bring the right hand to the hip and start to add a twist. So you're twisting towards your bent knee. If it's comfortable, you can bring your elbow back or reach your arm overhead. So taking that nice deep lunge into your front knee. Nice, and adding a twist. And then from here, we're gonna unwind and bring your right hand to the inside of the front foot. So on the ground, on a brick, and taking a twist. You got it, that's it. And then from here, we're gonna exhale to unwind, pick up your back heel. Inhale, step up to halfway lift. And exhale your right leg back. So starting with that crescent lunge twist, right hand to the ground or to the brick, twisting towards your bent knee. So hand to hip or reaching up, finding a place that's comfortable, you got it. And keep pressing back through that back heel, keep that active. And then we're gonna unwind, left hand down to the ground or the brick, hand to the hip, start to turn to the side, maybe reaching up if that's comfortable. And then we're gonna exhale to unwind. Pick up the back heel, inhale, step up to halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale, powerful pose. And exhale, press up to standing. And from here, something a little different. We're gonna inhale, powerful pose. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift to prepare. And on an exhale, we're gonna walk the feet back to downward facing dog. And here, taking a couple of breaths. If your wrists or hands are a bit tired or feeling vulnerable, you're welcome to work with puppy pose. Taking a few breaths in your downward facing dog. And then we're gonna sink the knees to the ground. And you can come back into puppy, so keeping your hips a bit high. If it's comfortable, you can start to press back to child's pose. So sitting your hips onto your heels. You can do that with your knees together or with your knees apart. You can do that with your elbows down, or if it's comfortable, make a little pillow for your forehead. And here, let's take some breaths. If you'd like to add some support, some bricks under the forearms can be really nice. And if you're feeling some tension in your knees, your hips in this pose, you can try a couple of things. Try rocking your hips side to side, just easing things out. If your knees are uncomfortable being in this much flexion, you can stay up in puppy pose, or you can tuck a blanket behind your knees, just to reduce the amount of bending you're asking for from your knees. We're just gonna take a few more breaths here in child's pose. If your breath got excited, your body got excited in this flow, now's the time to relax the body and relax the breath. And you can stay here in child's pose if this continues to be comfortable. If you're less comfortable in child, you can shift your hips to the side, make a transition to sitting. And maybe walking your hands forward. And again, just taking some time to come back to the body, come back to the breath. And then we're going to slowly roll up. And if kneeling is a comfortable position for you, you can stay there. You can make a transition to Sukhasana, easy sitting, cross-leg position. And just taking a few last breaths. To finish up with the technique we began with. Inhale to reach the arms up. And exhale, hands through the center line. Again, inhale. And exhale. And one more time, inhale. And exhale. Thank you so much for joining me for practice. Namaste.